Be good. So what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Chelsea versus West Ham, 2-1. I was relieved, more than happy. I was relieved that Chelsea ended up winning this game. If you gave West Ham 5 more minutes, I think they would have tied the game. I think every Chelsea fan in that stadium would have told you 5 more minutes and they would have tied the game. And they had no reason to tie this game because Chelsea were far superior to West Ham. They had no right to be tying this game, and yet they were so close to tying this game. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because they took Palmer out. I don't know what it was, and that's the problem with this Chelsea team. They had 2-1 lead, 5, maybe 7, I think it was 5-6 minutes left in stoppage time, and you should not be giving that feeling that you're about to lose this game. I'm almost sure that if they would have tied this game, they would have gone for the win. Why? Why are you letting them play like this when you're just dominating throughout the field? Yes, West Ham had a good number of opportunities. Let me tell you that supposed foul on Colwill from Kudos at the beginning, and Bowen had the ball and he could have kept going. The ref should have allowed that. That was not a foul. That was not a foul at all. I don't know why he called that. That was not a foul. After that, Kudos had several opportunities. I do think the header, the in-swinger by Irvin, had he scored that, I think VAR would have intervened. They would have checked out and it would have been an offside because there was no flag that was raised in that play. There was no flag. And then towards the end, again, this guy, the Brazilian comes in, Luis Guilherme, I think, and I can't blame Caicedo at that point. Just the legs weren't there anymore. Caicedo played a really good game, and at that point, he just couldn't keep up with him. And he opens the ball up center, and Kudos with a little turn, and luckily, it was blocked. I thought that was going to go in. And then Mavropanos comes in also. He gets a shot. Nothing to worry about, but still, why are you letting West Ham play like that? Why are you letting them? Why are you giving them, instead of just holding on to the ball? They don't have that. I don't want to believe that this Chelsea team, after 2 years and how much money they spent, that they just can't hold on to the ball, given that you have like 5, 6, 10, even 10 minutes. And yes, if Chelsea end up playing the Champions League, I think it's going to be an early exit, and I want to see them in the Champions League. And I don't think they need a whole completely facelift, that you have to buy a whole bunch of players and restructure this whole team, but you got to tweak some things. And there is a team there that could be competitive for the Champions League. As is, doesn't look like. I know they won, but this was not convincing. It was not convincing. I did enjoy the first half. That was something weird that I heard yesterday because I couldn't talk about the game right after the game, and people were saying that the first half wasn't that good. I enjoyed it. Madueke, I thought he was good. I think he needed to be subbed when he needed to be subbed. I thought all the subs actually were really good from Maresca. I'm not a big fan of Maresca. I think Chelsea, you guys could do better than someone like Maresca, but those subs were well timed, all of them. Even like I said, the Palmer one, but it seemed like it did affect them mentally. I don't know what happened with Chelsea. It's just like they just allowed West Ham to attack them like crazy at home instead of looking for the 3-1. Palmer as well had a bunch of shots, and I really enjoyed Palmer in this game, that he had a lot of possession, a lot of touches in this game. And that's what, if you're telling me that this guy is your best player, why wouldn't he be more involved? Why wouldn't he have more touches? Why wouldn't he be on the ball constantly? He has to find a way, or they have to find a way to get him on the ball constantly. I think everybody needs to play, obviously, but why is it that some games that he's not there at all, he just completely disappears? In this game, he was there. Even if the shots were blocked, even if the shots were right to the goalie, to Areola, he needs to be more involved. And I absolutely was ecstatic that he did that in this game. That's what I want to see from Chelsea. That's what I want to see from Palmer. He got the goal towards the end, even though it was an own goal, but that's a result of him just being more involved in the game. I doubt had he not been more involved, had he had not the touches that he had, I don't think he would have done that. I don't think he would have gotten that goal. So you got to get this guy more involved. I thought Enzo, Caicedo were really good. Cucurella, of course. Even though the header, I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was just bad positioning, but I think he could have done better with the header. I get it. He's not a striker, but bro, like pretend that you're clearing it or something. You got to get underneath that ball better, Cucurella. But again, phenomenal from Cucurella. Cucurella, like I said, Enzo and Caicedo, really good game. Colwill, obviously giving that ball away. I don't know what the hell he was doing. And towards the middle, what are you doing? Maybe a little bit towards, by the byline. But one thing, and maybe it's just me, but Caicedo, when Bowen had the ball, Caicedo was following him. I think it was Caicedo. Tossin was on the other side, or in the middle. And he didn't like really do anything. He didn't like try to make an attempt at sliding and blocking the ball. He just kind of followed him, and you see him slowing down. Everything happens really fast, I get that, but I think he could have made more of an effort, Caicedo. And again, not really dogging on Caicedo. I thought he had a good game, but that one action, make it a little bit more difficult for him, because anything could happen. Anything could happen. He could scoff the ball. He could just completely miss the ball. At least make more of an effort. And even Bowen too, when he got the ball, he the way he twisted his body, I don't know. I thought he could have done better by dragging the ball with him. He kind of waited for the ball to roll with him. At that point, I think another defender, had Caicedo been a little bit more closer to him, I thought he would have been able to take the ball away from him. Jorgensen had, his errors, like, little slip-ups here and there, but nothing like Sanchez. Nothing like Sanchez. And I don't want to say that I prefer Jorgensen to Sanchez. I think they're kind of there, except that, Jorgensen hasn't been playing that much to show you, that he is also prone to making mistakes like the way Sanchez is. But I thought he did well. Jackson, didn't do much. And I think at this point it's pretty much said. It's pretty much, he's been found out. He's not the striker that Chelsea need. You got to get yourself something else. Nkunku, the confidence is gone. As soon as he came in, I saw more effort from Nkunku as opposed to other games that he's not really, involved. He's just touching the ball. He doesn't even look like he's a striker sometimes. But in this game, I like that he put in some effort. He was a little bit more physical in this game. But Jackson, yeah, man, and you got to get somebody else. It's just not working out with Jackson. It's almost like Arsenal. Like, you have no striker at times. Luckily you have Sancho, Madueke, Palmer, and Sancho's another one that, like, in this game, I think I really enjoyed the way Sancho plays, especially from the Manchester United days, which is completely a different player. I don't know who that was. I don't recognize that Sancho. And then him going to Borussia, I thought maybe that was a really good idea, sending him to Borussia first and then coming back to the Premier League just to get that confidence back. And he's really, really good on the ball. I think he's really smart also. He knows exactly when to pass the ball. His aiming, shooting of the ball, maybe that needs to be tweaked a little bit, fine-tuned. He needs to work on that because he did have opportunities and the idea was there, but the aim was a little bit off. But besides that, I didn't think, especially against Wan-Bissaka, that's going to be a difficult one. You need someone like maybe Neto. And Neto coming in, I thought that was perfect timing. And he found that ball. He went to look for that ball. He started that play, right? And then he went to continue the play and obviously got the shot. Really, really good shot. I think it went through the legs of Areola. But Sancho, I didn't think he had a bad game. It's just that's how Sancho plays. That's Sancho in a nutshell, pretty much. Especially when your team, Chelsea's kind of struggling, I wouldn't depend on Sancho to do anything extraordinary. He's just going to hold on to the ball really well, make really good passes, and it kind of ends there. That's pretty much it. He doesn't have pace. At times it seems like he does, but most of the time when he's playing, I don't see pace from Sancho. So I thought he did well. Madueke as well. He kind of turned off at some point towards the second half, and when they took him out, that's why I thought it was really good. I didn't think he was gonna just suddenly. It would have been a waste just to keep him on, just for the sake of keeping him on. The way he drives at players, even if it's two players, what can you not like about that? And he does manage to get through. At least he gives the opposition, in this case West Ham, something to think about, something to worry about. So I thought Madueke also did a really good job. Again, you gotta work on the finishing as well. A lot of these balls just went out. Maybe sometimes with Madueke, the decision isn't there. It's not quite worked out and needs to work on his decision making. But that wasn't in this game so much. His aim was the only thing. But I thought he had a really good game. I thought everyone had a really good game except Colwell giving that ball away. And after that, I thought he did all right. Just holding on to the ball and holding on to that 2-1 and making you feel comfortable and secure. That's not Chelsea. That is not Chelsea. I thought they were going to tie this game and maybe even perhaps lose this game. There were times that they definitely don't give you that assurance that they're going to win the game. So that's something that needs to change. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.